Hello everyone, this is Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. Well, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is going to be something a little different for me, veering away from my dark side, don't side playing, and going to play a session in which I used probably 6 or 7 months ago. Got lucky with it, and then when I lost a couple times, I stopped playing it. This is called the hit and get strategy. It's actually not a strategy. It's a Craz-a-gy, as in crazy strategy. And what happens is we establish a point, put 440 inside, hit and get, regress down to 110, and then we do a variety of different things that you'll see as this thing plays out. Now, I did have great success with this live in the casino. I played it 7 times as a winner, 3 times as a loser. 2 of the 3 times as a loser really smashed me. I did come out ahead out of the 7 out of 10 times, but not as much as I would have liked to before I started playing the dark side. Irregardless, let's get right to it. We have a $1,000 bankroll, 4 blacks, 500 in green, 100 in red. What we do here is we establish a point. It'll be all random shooters. I won't be throwing the dice as a shooter. I play this randomly, and yes, so there's a full house. There's 5s full of aces. I play this as a random shooter, and you'll see what happens as we go along. So first of all, we have to establish a point. Dice are out. There's a yo. Doesn't hurt us, doesn't help us. The front line players at the table are happy because they just got paid. All right. That's roll number 1, by the way. You got to keep track of the rolls too. Dice are out. There's a 6, so the point's going to be 6. That's an easy 6, a 4, 2, 6. So now the strategy, or the Craz-a-gy, or the wildness of this strategy or this play. I don't want to call it strategy because it's not, because it's really crazy. All right, so the point is 6. We hand the dealer 440. Typically, guys, I come out with a 2-1-2 on the ATS. It is up here in this corner. I'm not going to worry about that with this strategy at the moment. So don't pay attention to those white chips up there. All right, so we have established a point of a 6. That is the second roll of this shooter. And although to keep track of rolls and stuff, I know some people don't like to do that. Some people keep track of the rolls after the point. Some people keep track of the rolls totally. Some people keep track of the box hits, whatever. It's important to know this part of it, because we have got to hit, dice are out, we've got to hit one of these box numbers before 7, which we just did. There is a 4, 1, 5. So that's exactly what we wanted to do. We have a 4 down here in the corner, and a 1 up there makes it a 4, 1, 5. That establishes our first box hit. We have 140. All those bets out there pay, I'm sorry, we have 120. All those bets out there pay 140. So there's our 140 on the hit. All right, 140. So that's the hit. Now we're going to take this just out of view for a few minutes. We would tell the dealer, take us down to 110 inside. Now, some of you may want to play 96 across. It's whatever you want to. And then if you play 96 across, when I do it that way, I put 4 in the horn. In this case, I'm not going to. I want to get 2 to 3 hits before the 0.7 out comes. Oops, I said the 7 word. The PSO comes. Dice are out. There's a 10. We don't have anything on the 10. Had you gone 96 across, you would be a 27 plus winner there. Sometimes I do play 96 across. Dice are out. There's a 628. There's our first box hit at the lower level. It's going to pay us $35. I want to get at least 2 hits out of 4 to 5 rolls before I regress down one more time and or turn off, because how the table action is going, and it really depends on the shooter. Dice are out. And what I mean by, there's another 8, 6, 2, 8. What I mean by the shooter is, if you got a crowded table and people are making all kinds of bets and it slows the shooter down, if you think that craziness of all that delay puts the shooter off his rhythm, some people are superstitious like that. It's a 6, 2, 8. And sometimes I just say, let's turn me off. I'm already ahead on this shooter, turn me off. Because it's not always about what you're going to win, it's also about how much you're going to lose. And in this crazy strategy, it's a $35 winner. With this crazy strategy, 1 point established, and when you have 440 out there and get hit, that's a big hit. So far, this is working. Did I put the second 8 in? I did not. Oh, yes, I did. We'll come back and fix that in a second, guys. Sorry. All right, dice are out. One more hit at this level. There's a 10. Doesn't help us. Let me fix this from where I messed up by putting too many 8s in there. That doesn't help us. But once again, had we been out on the 96, it's twice we would have hit the 10 and got paid $27. This is a $15 minimum table. When I first started playing, it was during right before COVID hit and right when COVID. My local casinos were 15 and 25 throughout the entire COVID thing. I know a lot of YouTube craps players do a lot of $5 and $10 strategies. I can't find those tables on the East Coast. It's very hard to, or especially during COVID. Used to play when I was on a cruise ship. There it's, minimum $5 bet and single odds throughout the whole thing. My table's a $15 table with 2, 3, and 4 odds, or 4, 5, well, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, dice are out. Let's stop talking and see if we can get this video in. There is a 426 frontline winner, also going to pay us $35. Now, that's our third hit at this level. So, 426. We're going to establish a point, and I'm ahead on this shooter, but I really would like to probably regress and stretch out a little bit. Dice are out, coming out. There's a 4, 5, 9, so the point is going to be 9. We were off on the come out. We don't win anything. Do we want to chance that ever famous one more time at this level? It's 110 versus 96. Let's flip this imaginary coin and say yes one more time, and then we'll stretch out. Because we would either have 96 or 110 out there, guys. We're ahead on the shooter. If we 0.7 out here, which we didn't do, it wouldn't have made that much difference in how much the difference between the 110 and the 96. All right, so 415. We have 25 on it. It's going to pay us 35. I'm going to pay myself in red. And we're going to, I really want to come down. Let's go ahead and put 15 on the 4 and 10 and stay at the 110. Gives us a $5 profit if for some reason we don't hit there. Let's get a couple hits at this and see where we go. Typically, I would come down to 66 inside, and then the next hit catch the 4, the next hit catch the 10, vice versa, then catch a small horn with a $4 horn bet or a horn high bet. So I got all the numbers covered. But we're on the first shooter. Dice are out. He's already hit 1 point. It didn't hurt us. There's a 4, a hard 4. We have 15 on it. It's going to pay us $27 on the win. So at this point, you have to decide, you want to collect? You want to collect and press? Do you want to press to a certain level and then regress? There's all kinds of options that you have here. Right now, we do have a little bit of profit in this with what's out there. We do have a little bit of profit in this shooter, and we're going to go 3 shooters. Hope to get the 20 to 30% before we're done. 3 shooters, it would be kind of hard to do, but in any event, dice are out. Let's keep going. There's a 3, 2, 5. Yep, just want to make sure that was a 5. It's a 3, 2, 5. I think that this deuce might be covered up by the overlay of the roll tracker. It's a 3, 2, 5. We have 25. That's going to pay us 35. All right. So we'll take that as a collect, and we'll do collect and press. Just randomly just came to me. That's what we're going to do this time. Dice are out. Here's a 5, 3, 8. 5, 3, 8. Now this roll has gone longer than most of my rolls at the local casino with the random shooters. We have 30 on it. It's going to pay us 35. I'm going to pay myself in red, and we're going to press and collect. I'm getting some whites, guys. That's why I'm out of the kind of quiet there, so I'm going to take 2 of these reds off. We're going to press all the inside numbers. So we're going to 30 and 36. 30 on the 5 and 9. 36 on the 6 and 8. And that is our 8th win on this shooter, with the big win being right here, this 140. That 140 right there is the big win. That got us the hit, and we were getting. And now we're into profit on this shooter. Dice are out. It is a hard 6. It all depends on how long we want to continue to press, regress, turn off, whatever we want to do. We have 36 on it. It's going to pay us 42. This is a collect. It's not a press, so we're going to get the $42. That'll be our ninth pay. And as I said, I'm going to do 3 videos on this. Hopefully they're not going to be long ones that are going to be this kind of rolls. They could be long videos, just so you can see 9 different shooters with that gamble on the 440 on the hit and get. Dice are out. There's a yo. We don't have anything on the 11. I could have put a $5, either a $4 horn or a $5 high horn. If I play the high horn, for some reason I always just do the horn high yo, and that way I can get paid 30 on the aces, the midnight, and the yo, and 15 on the AC deucey. Dice are out. So 5, 3, 9. I don't think I put the 12 in there, or did I? It was a yo. All right, so that's a 9. The 9, we have $30 on it. It's going to pay us 42. And this is going to be a press situation, so I'm going to pay myself in red. 42. And we're going to press the inside again. So that'll be our next win. And after this collect, if we continue to hit the box numbers, we will press the 4 and the 10 and make them buys and see what happens. This is the kind of roll you want to have happen after you did the hit and get. I guess that would be hit and got, but whatever the proper English is. So that was a 9. All right, dice are out. There's a 6, 4, 2, 6, easy 6. We have 42 on it, I believe. 30, yep, 42. So we will get 50 for $1, and that's a collect. I think that's 42. Yes, it is. All right. So this is going to be a press. If we get past this next roll, dice are out. And we're not going to get past the next roll. It's a 5-2.7 out. It doesn't disappoint me that it came, because this is longer than what normally happens, but I think it shows you the philosophy of where we're going with this strategy. All right, so we are going to lose these box hits. As you know, we had an awful lot out there. 42, 42, 35, and 15. And 15, that's a lot of money going back to the bank, back to the casino. But this is all win. This is all profit from our initial 440. This stack here is our 440. So let's take a look at what we did win and where we stand. This was a very good roll. This is very untypical of what happens on these long rolls. But I have had a couple of these long rolls happen in the casino live. Testing this at home, I'm probably under the 50% win mark when I roll this at home. But in the casino, I was 7. I was 7 of 10 plus winners, getting smashed the last 2 times to be several $100s up instead of $1,000 up. But I like the strategy. It was just a big gamble. That's all it was. And this is a hit or get strategy. So we're going to move on to random shooter number 2, but let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. There's 425, 431 on the first shooter. We came to win $202 to $300, a 20 to 30% win. Now remember, we still have our 440 out here. So if we put this money back in, there's 5. 440. That would be 940, 1040. So we're up almost, well, it is. It's over $200. It is our 20%. So on shooter one, we got lucky. That doesn't always happen, guys. I can tell you that. Don't bank on that. Don't take that money to the bank. But this is a very unorthodox strategy. It has worked for me. I'm going to do it again at some point live, but I haven't done it recently in the casino. It takes a little bit of balls, and it takes, you know, a deep pocket to be able to do that. All right. So this is going to be shooter number 2. And I'm not sure why we have a come out 7 unless I pushed that twice. I must have pushed it twice. So we'll just correct that on the next roll. So this money here is our 440 that we'll put back out after we establish the shooter. And as you can see, we're already at our 20% win. So dice are out. It's a hard 6. The point is going to be a 6. I got to correct this guy. Sorry. My software is doing something very, very strange. It's not the software, it's me. It's the user. It's the user input. So it looks like we hit a point, came off a point. The point will be 6. It'll correct it in a minute. So we're going to come back out here for our 440. I mean, it's 100, 120, 120, 100, 440. And we're going to look for one hit. And then we're going to get 140 and go. So right now we're at our $200 level. In the real casino world, I would probably not come out there with 440. I'd probably do half of that because we're up on the very first shooter. So I would, come back with 220 and just do something a little differently. But we're going to keep it at the 440 because I want to see if we hit it and get smashed and how we can recuperate. All right, dice are out, coming out. There's a 5, 3, 8. So the point's going to be, oops, it's not an 8. The point was 6. The 8's going to give us the hit and get. That's 120 on it. It's going to pay us 140. All right, 140. That's the get. That's the plus part of it. We tell the dealer to take us down. 110 inside. And I know what a lot of you are probably thinking, that you're going to get burned on this. And I'm going to tell you, you can get burned on it. I have been burned on it. Playing live, okay. Here in my practice studio with the table, I'm below 50% on the win rate. All right, dice are out. There's a 516 point made, frontline winner. We're still going to get paid $35. We're going to establish another point. We want to get one or two more hits at this 110 level, and maybe we'll do something a little different since we're ahead. We don't want to give up our profit. Dice are out, coming out. Whoa, neither one of those hit anywhere. I don't know, well, that was a really funky throw, but neither one of them hit the back wall. We're going to counter it. It's a 9. So 9 is going to pay us 35. That's our second hit at this level. Ooh, wait a minute. That establishes the point of 9. Sorry, guys. Point of 9. It's not a win. So the point is 9. Not our second win. All right. Dice are out. There's a midnight boxcars. We have nothing in the field. Sometimes I do play an iron cross where I would have the iron cross out there and we would have got paid double the bubble there, but we're not there. I mean, there's several ways you can play this. Dice are out. There's a 3-1-4. We have nothing on the 4 once again. We paid 96 across. If we played 96 across, we would have got paid on the 4. We were doing the iron cross, we would have got paid as well. So several ways you can play this. All right, that is the second roll since establishing the point. I don't want to lose the 110. Whatever comes out, whether we make a box hit win, as long as we don't PSO, we're going to regress down to 66 inside. So dice are out. There's a 4-1-5. That's going to be our second win. So really, it's not specifically based upon how many wins you have at what level. But we all know that the PSO eventually is going to come, and I don't care how well of a dice setter, a dice thrower, a dice influencer, like some people claim to be, you are, the PSO is going to come. So we're going to win $35 on that. And we're going to tell the dealer, once again, take us down to 66 inside. 50, 60, 6, and that should be part of our base money. All right, 66. Let's get some change here. All right. So what I would do in this case is collect once and probably collect and press, get spread out, collect and spread out, something along those lines. But let's see what happens. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8, easy 8, 6, 2, 8. So we have 18 on the 8. It's going to pay us 21. And you know, I said earlier, sometimes I come up with a horn bet. At this level, it's a $4 horn. Higher than this, I put a $5 horn high something out there. It's a $21 win. So that's our 4th win. And we did it under the 8. All right. Dice are out. There's another 8, easy 8, 6, 2, 8. Same situation. We are going to have a $21 win. That's going to be our 5th hit on shooter 2. And we have more than made enough to be happy with this shooter. We could be conservative. We could spread out. We could turn the bets off and wait, because we're there at our 20 to 30% win on the hit or get. And sometimes it's more like a hit get smashed on dice are out. There's the 0.7 out, because you can have a point established and have a back to back 0.7 out roll after establishing a point. Okay, so what we did is we started with 440, went to 110, got a couple hits, was hitting the outside numbers and some horn numbers that we weren't getting paid on, regressed down. So we are going to lose the 66 this time. But let's take a look at what we won on shooter number 2. All right. All right, so shooter number 2. That's 200. 252. We take the 66 out. And it's a $196 win on that shooter. Now, we said we're going to do 3 shooters. Let me take a look at the time. We are just approaching the time that I would like the video to be over with. But I'll put this up here. We're going to go one more time with the hit or get strategy with the big bet and then regressing down. We definitely are at our win level. Truthfully, to be honest with you, since I live so close to the casino, I would cash a color up and leave. That's what I would do. All right, these are random shooters. I'm not setting the dice. So we're going to establish a point. Say ace deuce 3, ace deuce 3. Don't know that you can see both dice because of the overlay. Ace deuce 3 doesn't hurt us or help us. If you're on the front line, you're a loser. You put your pass line bet back out there. Dice are out, trying to establish a point on our 3rd shooter. And there is a 426, 426. We're going to hand the dealer our 440. We're going to try to hit and get. Look, guys, if I'm successful in this first video by not getting smashed on the 440, I do have parts 2 and 3 coming out. I'm going to video, probably not today. It's getting kind of late. I do have a daytime job. I want you to see what happens when you get smashed, because it's not always like this. All right, dice are out. Trying to get to the part where we can hit and get. And there's a 415. So we actually got all 3 shooters this time. We got past the 440 without getting smashed. So that's a $140 win. We have 120 on the 6. It would be a 140 win in either one of those numbers. All right. So there's 140. I'm going to take this down. This will never come back up because this is the third shooter. It's all we're going to do tonight. We know we're going to be in a profit no matter what we do. So we could get kind of crazy and play a little differently, but I'm going to do the 110 again inside. I'm going to collect twice and then spread out. Do a few different things. Let's just see. Dice are out. There's a 3-2-5. 3-2-5. So we have 25 on. It's going to pay us 35. All right. We're going to get two wins. And then since we're ahead, we're going to spread, press, and see how long this roll goes. Dice are out. That's a 4-2-6. It's a frontline winner. We're still going to stay with the same shooter. It's going to pay us 35. That is our second win. So from this point forward, the first thing we're going to do after we establish a point and get a winner is we're going to spread out to the 4 and 10, catch the horn. Dice are out. 5-3-8. It's an easy 8 for the point. We're off on the come out. We don't get paid. It doesn't matter what happens in this case because we're so far ahead. We're so far ahead on these three sessions that we don't care if we lose the 110. Yes, we do care, but we're ahead. We've got our 20% win. All right, dice are out. This is going to be a press situation. Midnight, except for that because we don't have anything in the field. Typically, you could play, if we played this 96 across and put 4 or a high horn bet out here, we would have won on that roll. And sometimes I do that. That's our first roll after establishing the point. So dice are out. There's a 5-3-8 frontline winner. We are going to get paid on that. That's a $35 winner. That's going to be a press. So I am going to pay myself in red because after we establish a point, I will press. All right. So that was a frontline winner. Going to be coming out. This is a win. All right. Establish a point. We're off. 4-1-5. 4-1-5. Point's going to be a 5. We're going to take the 35 that we won, put on the 4 and the 10. The next hit, we're going to catch the horn and press the sister, whatever we get, and one of the inside numbers, the 6 or 8 I meant. So, 5. Did I enter the 5? I did. All right. Dice are out. 6-2-8. Okay, so that's going to be an 8, easy 8. We have 30 on it. It's going to pay us 35. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to pay myself in reds again. 35 winner. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to press the inside. I'm just going to get my $2 from over here. So the 5 and 9 go to 30. The 6 and 8 go to 36. That's win there. I'm going to reach over and get $4, and I'm going to put $4 in the horn. So we have every number covered with whatever happens here. All right. Dice are out. Was that a... Yep. Just want to make sure that that wasn't a point hit. Dice are out. 4-2-6. 4-2-6. That is going to pay us $42, and we're going to press. I'm going to pay myself again in white. 42. All right. So once again, we're going to take the 5 and 9 to 35. The 6 and 8 will go to 42. Just want to make sure that look right. 42. We have to cover our $4 horn. I'm going to get $1 change. And this, we're going to rack or put in our win pile. And we're still up on the $4 horn. Every number is covered. All right. Dice are out. There's a 10, an easy 10, 6-4-10. It's going to pay us 27. We have 4 on the horn. It's going to be 23. What we're going to do in this case is, let's press the outside. We already covered the horn. That's going to be a win. So we're taking the 4 to 10 to a buy. We need $2 for the vig. Here on the East Coast, you got to do that up front. I'm only going to put the buy marker on the 4, but both of those are bought. They're bought at 20. All right, dice are out. There is a ace deuce. So we got 4 on the horn. We have this 4 right here on the horn. It's going to pay us 15. Minus the 4 is 11. We'll get the dollar back from the original. It's going to be a $12. And we'll put that $12 on the 6 and the 8. All right. Yep, 30, 48. Yep, or 48 on the 6 and the 8. 48 on the 6 and 8. All right, our horn is still out there. In case you're wondering how I do this, guys, all my videos are shot live, if you will, unedited. If they're edited, it says so in the beginning of the video. If I have to do an overlay because of a math mistake, I'd rather catch it in an edit than have be screamed at in the comments. So this roll continues. Dice are out. So 3-2-5. 3-2-5. Remember, these are all random shooters. I haven't been setting the dice myself. 3-2-5. We have 35. We have 35 on the 5, and that is going to pay us 49. So it's going to be a press situation. We'll bring out 50 for 1. I'm going to pay. Let's see. We're going to press everything 1 unit, so I'm going to make change out of my winnings here, out of this 25, so that's a win. And I'm going to press all the inside numbers. I am going to need another, I'll take it out of here, 1 here. So the 5 and 9 are now at 40, and we are at 56, no, 30, 30, 40, 50, 54, sorry. I should have known that. 54 on the 6 and 8. All right. Now, at some point here, obviously this is not going to continue. We need to do some type of regression. Was that a 3-2-5? That would be a point hit, right? Yes, point hit. All right, coming out. We're off, so this $4 horn would be down at the moment. It's down on the $4 horn. Dice are out. Probably would have left it up. 6-2-8, the point's going to be an 8. I'm going to put the $4 horn back out there, and we're going to be on. So the point is 8. And, well, this won't help us, but I was just looking up there at the fire bets, and we have to hit a different number beside the 5, 6, and 8. But we know the 0.7 is coming. Dice are out. There's a horn number, AC Doocy. We're going to get paid. We have 4 on the horn. We're going to get paid 15 minus the 4 is going to be 11. Plus we get our dollar back, and that's going to be 12. So what I'm going to do with this $12 is take the 6 and the 8 to 60. 2 hits from this point on, and then we're going to regress back down. I know that 0.7, I said it, it's going to jinx us. The PSO is coming. I want to put my $4 in the horn back up there, guys. I didn't take that out. So we're still up on the horn. All right, after this hit, we will regress. Dice are out. Midnight. It's a good one. We're still going to regress. It's not a box hit, but we have 4 on the horn. It's going to pay us $30. Minus the 4 is going to be a $26 win. And let's see how we're going to do this. Because we are going to have to tell the dealer to take us down. Let's take us back down to 110 inside, and we're going to leave. So this is all win money. Doesn't matter where it goes. I guess it would, because we're keeping track of how many times we won. So it's 110 inside. with the 40 on the outside, so we have 150 in play. Still, the point is 8. We've regressed down again. We'll take a couple hits and decide what we're going to do. There's a 6. Wow, this video is going longer than I wanted it to. Approaching the 35-minute mark. The 6 is going to pay us 35. Just think about that. We had 60 out there. We would have gotten 70 for that. But you know, greed is a bad thing. Overconfidence is a bad thing. Being confident and being smart with your money and money management is the way to play this game and not lose as much. I'm really surprised that this part 1 of this video has gone like this. Dice are out. We could call this beginner's luck. So 4, 1, 5. We have 25 on it. It's going to pay us 35. After this hit, we'll start pressing again. Can't hurt us. I mean, we just did get $70 in the last 2 wins, last 2 rolls, I should say. All right, dice are out. There's a 516, 516, another $35 winner. All right, will pay us in red because we're going to press. $35. We're going to press the inside. I'll take the whites out of this stack. You're not going to believe this, guys. I have a lot of chips to play with in my home studio here, but I don't keep that many reds. I keep like, I guess it's close to 500 in reds. 1, 2, and that. I've got almost all my reds out on the table here somewhere. I do have another stack in there. It's just covered up by blacks and purples. So did I put the 6 in? I did. This is an incredible roll. Beginner's luck. Dice are out. Finally, there it is. 0.7 out. Don't know if you see this dice down at the bottom here. I will slide it straight out. It's out off the screen. There's a 5-2. And I don't say finally. It's just that I wanted to end the video to be able to show the strategy. I'm going to pick the 4 up in the horn. This is what we're going to take off the table. We're not going to worry about it. We know that it's 150 plushes. I like that, plushes, another word made up in this video. And this is what we won on this shooter, and then we'll count all our money up. So bear with us. This video is going to probably roll another 4 minutes or so as I do this, but this is important to show you what you can win on each shooter. And this crazy strategy, a Craz-a-gy, that's probably a better word, what we would call this. All right. So this is on this shooter alone. I'm missing a black, and I don't know where the black, oh, there it is. 1, 2, there's 3. There's 4. $450. $475. $484 minus the 150-ish. That's what we would have won. So now let's bring everything over here. Get back to our original 1,000. Let's see what we would have won. We know we're well over our 20% if we haven't, exceeded 50% without keeping track of it. I honestly, without thinking about it, trying to do everything I'm doing here. All right. So. All right. Well, get in there. So we're looking for 1,000. There's 5. 1, 2, let me do it on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. That is our initial buy-in. And this is what we're up. 1, 2, 4, 75, 5, 5, 75, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 875, 890, 1,000. 1,000 were up, and that is incredible because that is just beginner's luck. Kind of what happened to me the first time I played this in the casino, and then I had some mediocre luck with it, and then I got smashed the last couple times and stopped playing it. Anyway, this is hit or get. 440, hit, drop down to whatever you want to play. 110, 96, keep rolling, pressing, regressing, whatever it is you want to do. In this case, you can see this is a winner, guys. Part 2 will come out following this one. Look for that. Hopefully we will get smashed, so you can see that this always doesn't work. This is a crazy strategy. Until next time, guys, I really appreciate if you stayed here till the end. If you don't mind, if you would, please subscribe, ring that bell, click the like. It would help the channel. We're going to be going live here soon, all the time, real soon. So anything that you can do to help spread the word about the channel is greatly appreciated. Guys, this is Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. Till next time, be safe and play smart.